This is Melissa Wagenhofer, Week 7, Video Journal. During this class, there has been fieldwork observation and intervention requirements. Reflecting on my fieldwork observations and eventual interventions, the area that was observed that required the intervention was for a student with autism spectrum disorder. The intervention established and implemented is in communication and language. The student that the communication and language intervention was designed for is a male student with ASD who is referred to as Student A for privacy purposes. Student A is a 7-year-old male in the first grade. Student A has some verbal skills, but it is very limited, and in times when he tries to communicate, he becomes frustrated, acts out, and sometimes cries. Throughout this assignment, I was required to collaborate with fellow teachers, general education and special education, parents, administrators, and the school's speech and language pathologists, we'll call them SLP, to assess, create, and implement an effective intervention for Student A's communication and language needs. The first person I began collaborating with was my administrator to discuss concerns, thoughts, and ideas. With administration's approval, I reached out to the general education teachers. Through collaboration, I was able to discuss Student A's communication and language concerns with grade-level general education teachers to compare Student A's language abilities against his neurotypical peers. This enlightened me that there may need to be an assessment and intervention implemented. I was able to collaborate with other special education teachers to gain input on their ideas as well. Then I collaborated with parents and guardians to their concerns and thoughts. We had all agreed upon the same conclusions. There must be an assessment and some type of intervention. This is when I collaborated with the SLP, and assessment began with the parent and guardian's approval. Once assessment was completed, all persons came together to discuss assessment and observation data. As a team, administration, parents, general education teacher, myself, and the SLP, we decided that the evidence-based practice chosen for Student A's intervention would be technology-aided instruction and intervention, utilizing assistive technology. This is all to promote, build, and foster his communication skills. I believe that this collaboration was effective because everyone involved truly had Student A's best interest at heart. Each person provided their expertise, and as a team we assessed, collected baseline data, compared our findings, and worked together to devise an intervention. Once intervention began, we could all see a small improvement. Slow, but steady improvement in Student A and his communication skills. The part of the collaboration process that I was responsible for was special education teacher. I was the one who brought Student A's ability or lack of ability to everyone's attention. I was the one who spoke with each team member, collected baseline data, organized meetings, facilitated trainings, piloted the intervention, reassessed, and shared findings with all team members. Once the team agreed on the intervention and full implementation was done, I assured fidelity, tracked progress, promoted its use, collected data, assessed, and reassessed. Then shared out to all team members my collected data and its success. As a team, we agreed to continue the intervention and meet in 3 months to reevaluate the intervention. I truly do feel that the collaboration was successful. As I stated before, each member shared their expertise, each member participated, each member evaluated collected data and assessment, each member agreed and reinforced the intervention, and Student A is now able to communicate without frustration, anger, or crying. Parents are grateful that their son is now on his way to share his feelings, wants, and needs. Student A is making steady progress, slow but steady. The more he uses his AT, the better he gets at it. I believe that it is a process of getting into the routine of using it and breaking the habits of acting out because that is what he knows. However, with everyone on the team working together, the transition process has gone quite smooth for Student A. I am just happy that we were able to implement an intervention that worked for him and his individual needs. I am also happy that I had such an amazing team to work with and parents that are ready and willing to reinforce the interventions at home, all to promote the communication and language needs for Student A.